Do you hear that? That's the sound of thunder. Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Not true. Stormy weather since my man and I ain't together. It's raining all the time. Look at this. Hi, guys. Hi, Spirit. Hey, Laura. Princess Laura. Okay, I'm heading into the Everglades and I was all by myself, so I wanted to make sure I had some witnesses. Why not, right? Look, this is a dried out creek bed. Oh man, audio. Hold on, let me check. Let me check. Okay, everything should be fine. All right, thank you, Princess Laura. I don't know, Spirit. I think you've got some issues with your audio. I think it's you. Because it's always you. Think about it, my friend. Hi, Janky. So there's some swampland right there. This is a bona fide Everglades swamp I'm walking through right now. And I'm the only one here. It's kind of crazy, right? But it's cool. I like it. Could be gators anywhere. Always got to be careful. Okay, here's something that there also could be. Bears. That's why this is a garbage can. This is a bear-proof garbage can. So, yeah, they have to make sure if you can't bring any food into the Everglades. Oh no. There's bears, there's panthers, there's gators. There's even crocodiles. See, like areas like that, that is a path for a gator or whatever to come in through. We are right off of Route 41, also known as Tamiami Trail, and it goes straight into Miami. This is where it starts. Hey, Catherine. Yep, critter path. Look, there's another critter path. Got a frog in my throat. Look how beautiful, though. So it is really storming over there. But over here, there's a big critter path right there. Over here, look how beautiful it is. Oh, just in, all U.S. non-essential personnel are being evacuated from the Middle East. Oh boy. Oh boy, and so it goes. And so it goes. You know, it's good to kind of know what's going on. However, I hope that people don't internalize it. Don't have a lot of fear. Oh my gosh, we're going to war. We are not. We are not. This is what they call a psyop. And certain things are going to happen that's going to make you think that things are actually worse than they really are. If you want to gauge how bad the life is or how bad the situation is, yeah, here's a people path exactly. If you want to gauge how bad the situation is, here's how you can tell. I don't know if you can hear what I hear right now, but I hear a lot of traffic on the highway. And you know, you can kind of tell the difference between car traffic and truck traffic. Hi, Jamie. And what day did the protest begin? I don't remember. It was a few days ago. Hear the thunder. Anyway, there's truck traffic. There's people traffic, whatever. If you can hear the traffic on the highway, everything's okay. My husband taught me that if you see trucks on the highway and you see big ships in the ocean, then everything is going to be okay. Commerce is still happening. It's when you don't see the trucks and the ships that you might want to worry. Okay, I'm going to show you such an amazing sight right now. And only on the beach report can you see this. I hope the camera is live. I hope it looks, I hope the camera work looks good. I realize sometimes my shows are pixelated and don't look so good just because I am in the Everglades and my connection, I've got 2 bars. So let me know if you can hear and see me. Is my picture clear? Sometimes zooming in isn't a good idea, but look how beautiful. This is a real Everglades swamp. This water is so clean and pure. Oh my gosh, it has been filtered all the way from Lake Okeechobee and went down the River of Grass to be here. This is how the water gets cleaned in South Florida. Gin clear, oxygen rich, and beautiful ponds. You got that right. Come on. Look over here. Look at this. This is an Everglades swamp. Isn't it majestic? I would always say to my husband, baby, do you think there's gators in here? And he would say, baby, if there's water, there's gators. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. Oh, I just heard a ploppy noise. And I do have to keep my wits around me being in the Everglades like I am, because, you know, you see this is a critter path. And anything can jump up from out of the swamp. There's definitely alligators in there. We don't see them right now, but oh my gosh, how beautiful. Fruits, well, I'm sure that there could be coconuts, and that's a large, amazing fruit that could feed you for the rest of your life. You can literally live off the land here. Everglades is where the enslaved South African people ran to before the Civil War. From the Deep South, they came down here because this place is kind of impenetrable. And if you escape down here, a lot of them then became part of the Seminole and Miccosukee Indian tribes. And they assimilated with the people. And they became Indians themselves. I don't know how deep the water is, Catherine, and I am not going to get in. No way, but we can get pretty close. Yeah, I taken a little, you know, sometimes gators, they're very, very sneaky, and they'll see you before you see them. Let's see if we can see into it. Hi, Thomas. Look how beautiful that is. Look, see, that's a mangrove. They call that a walking tree. See all of those roots? That tree can move around. It's a little tree. This is little mangrove area. And it's amazing right now because I don't feel any mosquito or anything, but you know, it's always, my husband always said the reason that the Everglades will never ever be disturbed, they're also, you know, federal lands, but is because of the mosquitoes. They are the actual guardians of the Everglades, and they can be big and nasty. Don't worry, I won't fall in. There's no danger. I don't take any chances on the beach report, so never be afraid. I know a lot of times people are like, oh no, be careful. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. The only thing I got to be careful right now is that storm, because I do not want to be caught out here in that storm. But over here, look, it's blue skies. It's so confusing. Where's that storm? Yeah, where's it? Is it coming over here? I don't know. It's so strange. All right, we'll take a walk a little bit further down. Ooh, is that a gator that I see? I don't know. You know, if I can't see him, he's not worth looking at. Just saying, just saying. So I show everybody the beauty of nature, and this is God's country, but to remind you that no matter what happens with the people, this will remain the same. And all the animals that live here, they don't care about politics, and they are not going to riot. There will be no riots in the Everglades, just like there will be no riots on the beach. Maybe this is a great weekend if you live near the mountains. Take a walk on a mountain trail. They don't riot there. Like, just do something that has nothing to do with crazy people. Spirit says, today I moved the last 4 little ones from Newman's care into the big coop and then removed the divider between him and Phoenix. They're currently on honeymoon, cooing all over the coop. I love that Spirit shares her adventures in chicken cooping and farm life with us. You know, there were a few years there where I lived on a farm myself, and it is quite the life to live on a farm. Very interesting. And your experiences with the animals, they're so real. You learn so much about family from the animals. Okay, now I'm going to show you something. Do you see how this tree is black? And has obviously been in a fire, and pretty recently. I don't smell the fire smell, but that's a pretty fresh looking, look at these trees. So there was recently a fire here in the Everglades, and that is part of Everglades. They have to be burned. In fact, there are some seed pods that won't even germinate unless they go through fire. You know, sometimes you got to go through the fire. To the fire, to the living, to the wall, for the chance to be with you. Glad. There's bugs on me. Oh, they're like big flies. Okay, sorry. Sorry, that's my I hate buggy noise. I should have brought my tennis racket. Anyway. Isn't that beautiful? Still don't see any gators. What's up with that? Oh, well, it's probably for the best, right? They're in there. They're definitely in there. I don't know. My intuition tells me that's a black sky and I better get back to my vehicle. What do you guys think? So, my week of taking care of people as opposed to dogs and cats and houses. Oh gosh, the bugs. I'm even have my hair down because I want my hair to shield me from the bugs. Anyway, let's see if I can read. Oh yes, it is very quiet here. It's very peaceful. Anyway. I'll tell you what, getting old really bites. It's so hard. And it's so sad to see people who were once vibrant members of the community and now they're relegated to just a few rooms. It's really hard to imagine getting old to the point where you just every day is just the repeat of another boring day. Did you see that lightning? That was big. Okay, lightning strikes are a real danger, a real threat in Florida, by the way. So I would do well to get back to my car because nobody wants to get hit by lightning. And I am actually carrying a pole, a metal pole. So yeah, that's a pretty big storm. But I'm not scared because God's protecting me and he's giving me gentle nudges and warnings that, girl, get back to the car now. You've had your little foray into the Everglades and unfortunately you didn't see a gator like you wanted. But you know what? You see gators all the time. And you know they're in there. in there. And you do not want to call them to you when they could so easily jump on that path and come up and say hello, which they're not going to do, but you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Lightning capital of the world right here. So must you be safe. Safety first, don't you know? It's going to be fine. Anyway, this is the beautiful, unique, and super special Florida Everglades. And this is a place that I really have learned to love in the past 10 years of living here in Florida. I'll never forget the first time I drove across Alligator Alley and saw the Everglades, drove through it for the first time. Oh man, 10 years ago. I was in awe and so excited that this would be my home and that I could learn more about it. And boy, did I learn. Unbelievable. So I am actually working on a book about my husband's experiences in the Florida Everglades and how we also came to be, whoops, dropped my sunglasses, a dynamic duo ourselves before he passed away almost 3 years ago. Anyway, it's okay. He's here in my heart. And anytime I go into the Everglades, I feel that man with me. And right now he's like, baby, get to the car. It's gonna rain. All right, you guys, I'm gonna say ciao for now. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll go live later if I can. But I would, I might actually go later pretty soon because I'm gonna go in search of, I want to see the gators. And it's a long way over to the other coast. And I'm headed to Fort Lauderdale. So stay tuned. And I shall return on the beach report. Ciao for now. Thank you.